Amber from The Sensible Mama. It's 5 Ways Wednesday, and today I'm going to be packing up the Jujube Be Nurtured in 5 different ways. I asked you guys on Instagram to tell me what were the ways that you wanted to see this bag packed, and because it has taken me so long to do this video, you guys had a ton of requests. So I'm going to be packing this up 5 different ways today. That is going to include packed as a work bag, as a diaper bag for 2 in diapers, as a diaper bag for 2 in cloth diapers, of course as a pump bag, and finally packed as a weekend getaway bag for a romantic trip with your hubby. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first way that I have this bag packed up is as a work bag. This was one of the most highly requested ways, and I'm gonna say I'm a little out of my element just because I work from home. So I tried my best to pack this up the way I think someone would be packing up for a corporate job. If it's not got everything that a typical person would need on a work day, I'm sorry, I did my best. Right here in the front flap, I actually really love this flap. It's just tiny, but it's just the right size for little things that you might be grabbing for. So in here I have just some nail clippers. There's a really spacious front flap here with a really nice magnet closure. And one thing that I really liked about this, if you can't tell right now, I've got this packed actually a little too full for the amount of space that I have right here. And often when you do that, that causes the flap of the bag to like sit wonky like this is. So as you can see, if I like flop that down and just let it lay, it looks awful. But this magnet is so strong that I can just really easily fold that back down, and even from the side, it just lays totally flat, even with that front flap overpacked, which to me is a really big deal. So in here, I have a small set piece packed as a wallet. In the sunglasses pocket, I have my sunglasses. I have some deodorant over here, just, you know, if you're the kind of person that has a hike from your car to the building, sometimes it's good to have that. And really that was all I had in there, just because all of those things were kind of thick between the sunglasses, the small set piece, and the deodorant there. But there is this really long zip pocket across the back, and in here I just threw in some makeup things. We're touching up makeup. These are things that you don't think are gonna break or spill in your bag, but they might. Well, not this, but the eyeliner stuff. So those are really nice to put in this zip pocket back here, because if they do happen to break or bust or something, they're in this hidden zipper pocket, so your bag isn't really destroyed if that happens. You'll know, but everyone else won't know. Now there are 2 outside pockets on the sides of this bag. On one side I have just charging cables. I have the charging cable for my phone sitting just right on top, because that's usually what I'm grabbing for first. And then in the mesh pocket I have the charger for my computer. Now the other side pocket is where your pump would go if you were using this as a pump bag. Obviously that's not how I'm using it today, so I want to show you what I think is the most clever use of this pocket. I know lots of people commute, sometimes they have a long walk, and a lot of people do the thing where you put your tennis shoes on until you get to the building and then you change. So in here I actually have a pair of size 7 stiletto heels. You do have to do a little bit of clever work to get them in there. I kind of had to do them like this, turning them into a square, and then one toe had to kind of push back a little bit. So, you know, don't put your $400 shoes if you have them in there, but you can fit a secondary pair of shoes in there. I tried this out, and you can get a pair of sneakers in there as well. So this is a really great spot for putting your heels as you're making your way into the office, and then to put your sneakers in there once you've made it in. Now this bag does have a back slip pocket. I haven't utilized it in this case, but if you have anything flat that you need to carry, that's a great spot for those things. All right, let's get on to the inside of the bag. Sitting right on top, I have a jacket for those cold days. Underneath that, and this is what I'm probably the most impressed about with the inside, I have a full bento box. This isn't packed because it's 10:30 at night, but this will fit really easily right on the top. This one's from Amazon. I'll try my best to link it down below, but I've had this for a little while. But it actually sits so nicely right there, and you can still zip up the bag, which really surprises me. So great place for putting your lunch. It just occurred to me that someone will ask if the fuel cell will fit up there, so let's go ahead and try that. Yes, it will. Will it zip? Yeah. So if you are currently bringing your lunch in a fuel cell, that will work as well, as long as you don't have it too crazy packed. Okay, over here in the side pocket, I just have a water bottle. Next to that, I have my enormous traveler's notebook planner. And then back there behind that, I just have my laptop. This is a 15-inch MacBook Air. And that's basically everything that I had down in there. I still have the shoes in this pocket here. There was still lots of room up here on the top. So if you weren't taking a sweater or a lunch, like if you were carrying those separately, there's just mounds and mounds of space in the top here, right on top of where the shoes are. I was really surprised at how deep this back pocket is. It goes all the way down about halfway up my arm, probably to about right here. So it's really, really nice and deep. I wasn't able to fill it. All I put in there was some feminine needs because I like to have those hidden. Don't want those popping out of my bag while I'm at work. So overall, I think this makes a really, really great work bag. I'm pretty surprised at how nicely it packs up that way. So yeah, I think if you are a working mom looking for a work bag, this would actually be a great one. Next, let's pack this up as a diaper bag for 2 in diapers. Here in the front flap, I have 2 things that I find myself grabbing for a lot, especially during flu season. One is a thermometer and the other one is my pill case. Here in the front flap, which never changes much for me if I'm being honest, is that small set piece packed as a wallet, and again my sunglasses here. Like I said, I just don't put a lot in the front pocket of my diaper bags. This I was pretty excited about. This is the side that is not the pump pocket side, and in here I actually have 2 Pura stainless bottles. One that is set up as a bottle for my daughter, and one that is set up as like a sippy cup for my son with a collapsible Go Silly straw inside of here. And I really couldn't believe that those both fit in there. The only thing is, if you're using this blue silicone top that comes with the bottles, you do have to kind of push that down a little bit to make it zip. But I gotta say, when you have to have 2 bottles, you know, you kind of don't mind having to work a little bit. Now, this was an idea that I got from one of my Instagram followers after I put out a little bit of a feeler about how you wanted to see this bag packed. And I thought it was a good idea, so I thought I'd share it with you. What I have in here is a fuel cell. So I know a lot of people like packing with pouches for their diapering stuff. I've kind of quit packing for pouches, but I do totally relate to the concept of having your diapers in a pouch-like thing. I actually have them in a fuel cell right now, and what's kind of cool about this is that this operates like pouchless packing with a pouch. You get the best of both worlds. Let me show you what I mean. When you unzip this front little pocket here, you can actually unzip your fuel cell like so, and now I can get in here and get to all of my diapers. And I know my lighting is too bright. I'm sorry. I'm filming at night with no natural light, so we got to work with it. But I can get my wipes out of here really easily. I can get diapers out of here, anything that I need, and it all kind of stays contained inside of this fuel cell. But if at any moment I decide I don't want to take my entire diaper bag somewhere with me, I can pull the fuel cell out, and now I have all of my diapering stuff on the go. So like I said, what was in that fuel cell was just diapers for 2 kiddos, plus wipes and butt paste and things like that. Back here is where you will want to put the change pad. I should note that the pump bags from Jujubee don't come with the change pad, so you'll need to find one to put in there that is sold separately. Now onto the inside of the bag. Please remember that the Be Nurtured does have this space here that I had the fuel cell in, and that eats into about half of your space on the inside of the bag. So you do have to be kind of creative, but one of the things that I like about this bag is that that little pump pocket creates a nice little shelf for your bag. That means that you can stack things really well, and I don't know, I thought I was going to hate this bag, but I'm really, really loving it. So sitting right on top, I have a Replay snack stack. The black pod has snacks for my son, and the pink pod has little teething puffs and things for my daughter. Then I have a formula dispenser sitting here on top. Then I have a large set piece. This is packed with entertainment needs for my kiddos, and all of that was kind of sitting right on top of the pump pocket, as you can see here. Then beside the pump pocket, I have a large Jujubee Be Organized piece packed with changes of clothes for both of my kids. And this actually just has some pull-ups in it as well, because we are potty training my son. And then over here in the side slip pocket is the perfect size for a medium set piece, and this is packed with eating needs. It's got a bib and some food, utensils, just kind of the typical thing that you would be bringing into a restaurant. And that was everything in the main component of the bag. Remember, that fuel cell was in here that had all my diapering stuff. And then in this long back zip pocket, I have my medical kit, as well as some tissues and of course time of the month needs for myself as well. A lot of you wanted to see this bag packed as a pumping bag for when you're pumping specifically at work. And I always strive to be helpful. I always want to do the things that you request, but in this particular case, I'm extremely out of my depth. I have never pumped at work. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. So I've tried my very best to give you an idea of how this would theoretically pack up, and I'm sorry if I come across ignorant or if there's just like major things that I have left out here. My goal is not to tell you this is exactly how it should be packed up. It's more just to show you here's what could fit in here and give you an idea of whether or not this would work for you. So I'm sorry if I seem ignorant or if this just doesn't make any sense. I actually don't have anything in this top slip pocket because I couldn't think of anything smart to put there, but this would be a great place for chapstick or your pill case or anything like that. In the front pocket, I have chargers, like I have a phone charger as well as a computer charger. Over here in this side pocket, I'm making the assumption that all of your pump parts would be with the pump on the other side. If not, sorry. This is actually a great place for putting all of the pump parts. But if you happen to have them on the other side, then what I have in here is a nursing scarf. This one's by Itsy Ritsy. This one is really cute too because this is actually, it's like an infinity nursing scarf, so you can wrap it around your neck and wear it all day if you want to, but it also works as a really great nursing cover. So while you're pumping, if you want to cover up, you can use that. Not to say that you need to, but we all have different comfort levels. I was personally someone who always wanted to be covered up when I was breastfeeding, so gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I did have an electric pump for a little while, but I quickly got rid of that and switched to a manual pump when I was breastfeeding, so I don't actually have a pump anymore. So I've just put as a placeholder a fuel cell in here, just to kind of show you how this would pack up with this space filled with something roughly the same size as a pump. So that is in there right now, but again, as a placeholder. Moving on to the inside of the bag, the first thing that I have in here is 3 copper pearl burp cloths, and I just have these for a couple of different things. One for drying stuff off. These are huge. Look at the size of this. So if you want to dry off any of your parts, this would be a great thing for that. This would also, I think, be a nice thing for setting down somewhere and laying out parts that you want to keep clean. Also for drying yourself off if you need to. I don't know, I tended to make messes whenever I was pumping. So this is something that we carry at the Sensible Mama. It's just a 3-pack of burp cloths, and these are really, really popular for new moms in the, spit-up-y stage. But I was just trying to think of what might be a great product for you to have in your bag to help you drying off surfaces and just keeping things generally clean and off of surfaces and things like that. So I just put those sitting right on top. Here's how the inside of the bag is packed up. I went ahead and put a laptop in here just because I'm thinking you might be able to have a chance to get some work done while you're pumping. And then I also have a book in here just for doing a little bit of reading while you pump. Over here in the mesh pocket, I have a 9-ounce swell bottle. And then off to the side, I have a bead diaper. And this is packed with healthy snacks. I always found myself getting ravenous while I was pumping or breastfeeding, so I have some raisins in here, 2 apples, a full sleeve of crackers. Because for some reason I kind of got nauseous when I pumped too for some reason. These Welch's fruit and yogurt snacks, I love these things. This one's strawberry with low fat, gluten-free, I guess vanilla yogurt, and they are so good. So those fit in there really nicely, and then the last thing that I had in there was a banana. So again, I might have missed some things, but I do think that this is the perfect size and just overall a really, really nice shape and design for a pump bag for sure. One thing that you guys definitely wanted to see was how this would pack up for cloth diapering, so that's what I've done here. I haven't changed anything about the front of this bag because that really doesn't change just because I'm packing for cloth. But what I do want to show you is how amazing cloth diapers fit in here. Now, I packed this up for 2 in cloth because I did get several requests to do 2 in cloth. But just know that if it works for 2 in cloth, it'll work for 1 as well. And probably my favorite thing about this bag is using the pump pocket for diapers. So right here I have my Orchid Hearts wipes pouch, and I actually have 5 cloth diapers in this pocket. I chose Imagine brand diapers because I feel like these are right in the middle between the really thin diapers like Smart Bottoms and the really thick diapers like Grovia. It's just a nice medium-sized diaper, and I was able to fit 5 whole diapers in there in this pump pocket right here. So for me, that 5 was always plenty, even for a long outing for one of my kids, and they fit great in there, even with a wipes pouch, which was amazing. Over here on the other side, I have a Jujube Be Dry wet bag, and this pocket is just about big enough where you can get the wet bag and 1, maybe 2 diapers back in there. After you put more than 2 diapers, you definitely are going to have to put that wet bag somewhere else in the bag. Moving on to the inside of the bag, I want to show you the one thing that I felt was kind of a shortcoming of packing the way that I packed this, and that is there's no real place for the bottles. Once I've used this side pocket for diapers and this side pocket for a wet bag and a place to store dirty diapers, it didn't leave a lot of places for a bottle. So what I actually did is put a fuel cell sitting right on top, and this really is kind of a testament to how big the Be Nurtured is. Like, once I show you everything that's in here, you'll see. But I was actually able to put a formula dispenser, a bottle down in the bottom, a sippy cup, and a swell bottle for mom in there. And that was just sitting right on the top of the Be Nurtured, kind of sitting on top of the pump pocket, which is right here. Sitting right next to that pump pocket, I have a Be Dapper, and this I was using for cloth diapering for the 2nd kiddo. Wrong zipper. So in here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cloth diapers as well. So that ended up being 10 diapers total, 5 for each kiddo in this situation. And that just fits so nicely right over here on the side. Behind the Be Dapper, I had a Jujube Be Organized packed with changes of clothes. And then sitting behind the pump pocket, right here is a medium set piece packed with eating needs. Now, I wasn't able to utilize like the mesh pocket over here or this long zip pocket in the back just because all of these things were so thick and took up so much space that I just really didn't have much more space to work with. But overall, I feel really happy being able to get a fuel cell, a Be Dapper, a large Be Organized, and a medium set piece in there with all of this space being eaten up with 5 cloth diapers in this pocket here. I think that's pretty amazing. And the last way this is packed is as a weekender bag for like getting away on a weekend trip with your husband. One of the first things that I did is put this Loved Charm by Itsy Ritsy on here. I just thought that was a cute touch since it's for like a romantic weekend getaway. And the rose gold matches perfectly with the rose gold on this bag, so it's just a cute little accent piece. Here in the front pocket, I have my wallet. I have some glasses in the glasses holder. And I think that was all that was in that front pocket. I would also be putting the keys on the key leash here. I should note that I've packed this up for like a car trip, not a airplane trip. Maybe I'll do this as a carry-on bag one day in the future, but this is 5 Ways Wednesday, not 6, so I had to pick one. Here in this side pocket, I just have a few things that I would want to be grabbing for while I'm in the car, things that I just kind of need during travel. So I have my lip medics here, as well as some migraine medicine, and a Jujube small set piece packed with bobby pins and hair clips, elastics, things like that. Over here on the other side, I was truly amazed at how much just random stuff I was able to fit in this pump pocket over here. I basically just put all of my sort of getting ready essentials. So I have deodorant, moisturizer, some more moisturizer, I'm 34 now, hand lotion, toothpaste, and my toothbrush, some perfume, and then a full container of conditioner and shampoo. So that was a lot to fit in that little pocket, and I'm really impressed by that. I really feel though that pump pocket on this bag kind of interferes with your ability to pack big things like clothes in here, which is what you'd be using this for a weekend trip. So that's kind of why I don't love this as much for a weekender bag. I was able to get clothes in here. I have a folded over medium piece by Planetwise, and this has got a change of clothes, pajamas, underwear, bras, and all like that in there. This is basically everything I would need for an overnight trip. Here's how the main part of the bag is packed up. Now, if I didn't have to have clothes, if I had clothes in a duffel bag and this was just for my getting ready essentials, this bag would be amazing. Like, if you have a small, maybe like a Jujubee Starlet with your clothes in it, and then you just want to keep everything related to getting ready in here, this bag would be amazing, amazing, amazing. It just doesn't work very well with clothes, in my opinion. So sitting right here on the front, I have my blow dryer, and I kind of tucked the nose of the dryer here in front of that pump pocket. In the mesh pocket off to the side, I have my hair straightener and my curling iron. Next to that, I have my hairbrush, and then tucked down in between the mesh pocket and the pump pocket is my makeup bag. I love this thing. It folds up like this. It's got little drawstrings on it. All your makeup goes in there, and you actually undo the drawstrings, which I won't do right now because everything will fall out. But this lays completely flat. So you can open it all the way up and see everything that's in your makeup case. So I'll link this down below because I love this, and this print actually matches really, really well with Sakura at Dusk. So that had all my makeup in it, and that's basically everything that I had packed in the bag. I just have a few more things back in this zip pocket, like my razor and some feminine needs and some more lip gloss and things like that. So again, I don't think this would be my first choice as a weekender bag, but again, if I did have something to put my clothes in, I would absolutely love this as a getting ready bag. Alright guys, that was 5 different ways to pack the Jujubee Be Nurtured. I hope you found this video helpful, especially since I put off doing this video for so long. So I really hope that you got what you wanted out of this video. I want to add that a bunch of you asked to see this packed as a theme park video, but because of the age of my 2 children, I'm just not super experienced packing a theme park bag yet. But don't worry, Gator Mom actually has a video out with this bag packed as a theme park bag, and you guys are going to love it. So I'm going to leave that down in the description box below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow my business account and my personal account. They're both put right here. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better and share more of my life and learn your life. So go ahead and follow those 2 accounts if you want to. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. Love ya, mean it, always, mwah, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.